So hi guys, welcome back again. So let's start with the problem statement number 39. Okay, so we are in Code Quest Series 4 and this is the statement number 39. So let's read this. It says online shopping cart creation using oops and enumeration. Okay, so online shopping cart using oops and enums. This is our problem statement name. Okay, let's read it further to understand. You are required to design and implement an online shopping cart system using object-oriented programming principles in Java. Okay, so the programming language can be anyone, but here they have given Java. The system should allow customers to add items to their shopping cart, view the contents of the cart. Okay, so the system that we are making should allow customers to add items to the cart, then view the contents of the cart and calculate the total cost of the items in the cart, okay, including applicable taxes and discounts. Okay, to achieve this you should utilize the concept of enums. Okay, we have to use enumerations. That's why the problem statement said enumeration, right? Enums to represent different types of items and their categories. Okay, got it. So I hope you've understood this. We have to create a shopping cart where we can add items, we can display the contents of the cart, and then we can calculate the total cost and maybe some taxes and discount. Okay, and these are the requirements that we have. We have item categories which are electronics, clothing, books, and home and kitchen. Okay, I guess for this we have to create an enum. Okay, and item properties, the name, the description, these are the parameters that we should be including in the class. Okay, these are the class variables, actually the attributes of each object of the item. Okay, so name, description, price, and quantity. Now, okay, you can see here enum for item categories. Okay, so this item categories should be represented by an enum: electronics, clothing, books, home and kitchen. Okay, then we need the shopping cart where we can add items to the cart and their quantity. Then we should be able to view the contents of the cart, display the item detail and the total cost. Okay, so you have to calculate the total cost also, and then we have to apply a discount based on the total cost of the items in the cart. Okay, so I hope they have given some conditions of the total cost and the discount, and you can see calculate and display the total amount to be paid including applicable taxes. Okay, yeah, they have given this discounts and taxes. So if it is an electronic item, if you see here, if the total cost of electronic item in the cart is above $100, so 10% discount should be allowed only for electronic items. If it is a clothing item, or if it is above $50, then we should add 5% discount. Okay, and then after that, after adding all these discounts, after giving the discounts, we should actually calculate the sales tax, which is 8% of the total cost. Okay, this should be allowed or added together. Got it? So this is our target, and they say that we have to implement some error handling concepts also, and at the same time provide a simple user interface to interact with the shopping cart system. This is for the front end, guys. You don't have to worry about this right now. This is not at all relevant. Only these things, the implementation of that thing is very important. Okay, and the guidelines, obviously we have already read that we need to use the oops principles to create the classes for the shopping cart. Okay, and then we have to use an enum for the item categories. Okay, and you can see we need a method to calculate the total cost considering the discount, the taxes for the items in the shopping cart. Okay, so input validation should be proper to validate and handle the inputs. Also, if you see, the naming conventions for variables, classes, and methods should be proper. We should follow the standard Java coding conventions. Okay, and they have said that we should include comments in the code to explain the functionality of important methods and classes. Okay, your task is to design and implement the online shopping cart adhering to the above requirements and guidelines. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to do this. First, let me check the item categories: electronics, clothing, books, and home and kitchen. So for this, we have to create an enum. Then we need a class called item. We need a class called shopping cart to add the items. Okay, so that will be it, I guess. Yep. So we will have three classes, one for the item, one for the shopping cart, and then the enum is also a class. So for that also we'll have a special enum which will have this four categories. Okay, so let's try to write down the code now. I will go to my editor, and here I have created the package already. Let me right click and create the class. I will say online shopping cart system. Make sure you follow the conventions. Okay, I'm using Pascal case for naming the class. Okay, and before even going to our main online shopping cart system, here we have to create our enum. Okay, having the categories. So what we do, I will just say enum. The name will be item category, and here if we remember, it was electronics, then we had clothing, then we had books, and finally we had home and kitchen. Guys, whenever you have more than one word, use an underscore. Okay, and that's it. We are done with the enums. So here, as they have mentioned, let us write the comments. Enum representing item categories. Okay, done with the first one. Now we need the class representing an item. Okay, so I'll just say class item, and here we had our, let me just go and check back here, name, description, price, and quantity. Okay, so I will make them private. String name, private string description, then private double price, and I will take private int quantity. Okay, and this item belongs to a certain category, so I will take something like this private. I will call my enum here item category, and I will say category. Okay, got it? Because all our items will fall into any one of these categories, so I'm taking it like this. Okay, got it? So we are done with this, but let me create the constructor of this class so that whenever we are creating the object, we can assign all the values. So I will say public item. Here I will pass all these values, string name, comma, string description, comma, double price, comma, int quantity, and item category. Okay, so I'll just say this dot name is equal to name, this dot description equal to description, this dot price equal to price, this dot quantity equal to quantity, and this dot category equal to category. Okay, so we have also created our constructor. Got it? Now in our item, as you go here, you will see this that we need to get the total cost. So total cost will be what? It will be the price and the quantity. Price of an individual quantity into the number of quantity. Okay, and then we need to get the category. So what I will do, I will simply go here back, and I will say, because the price is double, I will just say public double get item total cost, item total cost. Okay, and I'll just say return price into quantity. Make sense? So if the price of an individual item is 10 rupees or $10, into 4 will give you the total item cost. Make sense? Got it, right? Now I need to return the category also, and I need to get the category also actually. Item, category, the return type will be this enum, right? Because I want to get the category out of that. I will say get category. Here I will simply return our category. Okay, because I need to return that whenever, as I say, in the question they have given, the item should actually belong to a category. So if I want to see the category of that item, this function can be called the get category function. Okay, got it? And let us create one function in order to describe the details of a particular item. So I will just say public string to string. This is a built-in method of the object class. I will just override that. Okay, and you can see here, if you use the annotation it will be better. Okay, because I'm overwriting it from the object class. You can see here overrides method in object. Okay, if you go to that object class, you can see that public string to string is a function of the object class. Okay, I'm trying to override that and use it according to my requirement. I'll just say return name plus the name of the item plus, I'll give a comma, and then I'll say description plus description plus, I will give a comma here, and then I will say price, and the price will be in dollars, so I will write the dollar symbol, and then I will say plus price. Okay, let's say plus, let me go down and write here, I'll give the double quotes, and here I will say quantity, and then I'll just add my quantity here. Okay, so this function will return a detailed description of the item. Okay, the name, the description, the price in dollars, and the quantity. Got it? Now we are actually done with the item class also. Now let's create the shopping cart. So I will just say class representing the shopping cart. Okay, let the C be capital. I will just say class shopping cart, and make sure guys you are following the Java coding standards. That is very important. So here the shopping cart will have a list of items, right? If the user buys around 3-4 items, so I can just say private list from the java.little. Okay, and this list will be actually a list of this particular item. Okay, so I'll take item here in my bracket. I will call this as items. Okay, fine. So we have decided about the list of items now. Now let's create the constructor public shopping cart, and here, okay, what kind of list do you need here? Let us take an array list. Okay, because it is very good for storing. Okay, so I will just say items is equal to new, I will just call my array list. Okay, and then while adding an item I can create one more function. I'll say public void add item. Here it is the return type will be of item. I'll say item. Okay, and we already know that we have a function called add in our array list. Okay, I will just say items dot add, and this item that we take from the user will be added here. Okay, got it? Let me repeat it again. We have the shopping cart class where we have a list of items, and then In the constructor, we are instantiating that items list to the array list class. Okay, because I want to store items inside that, and in this array list we have a built-in function called add. Okay, so we're just calling this in the add item function. Whichever item is being given by the user or passed by the user will be added to this items list by using this predefined add function. Make sense? After that, let us create one more function to display the items. Okay, display the contents of the cart. Okay, so I'll just say public void display cart contents. And here, guys, if there is no item in the cart, can we display them? So for that, let us write the base case. If items dot is empty, then obviously we cannot display that, right? I will just say s out your shopping cart is empty. Okay, this message can be displayed. Else, what we will do, first let us do one thing. If you see here in our problem statement, while you are displaying, we have to display the total price also, correct? Including the tax and the discounts. So what we do, let us first calculate the total cost. I will say double total cost is equal to, let's initialize that to 0 in the beginning. Then what I will do, we have already taken a function here for the total cost. You can see here, right? We'll just call this function for each item. Okay, so what I do, I will just say use a for each loop for item in our items list. I will just say s out. First, let us call this function to get the proper definition or the description of that item. I'll just say item dot toString. Okay. After that, what I will do, I will just update my total cost variable plus equal to, I will just say item dot get item total cost. Okay. This will actually give you the cost because we also have the quantity there, right? After that, what we'll do is let us display the cost. Okay. I'll just say s out total cost in dollars plus total cost. Okay, got it? Now we have actually calculated the total cost. Now we have to update the total cost using our discount and the taxes. So what we do, we create one more function here. Okay, I'll just say public double calculate total cost with discount and tax. Okay, T capital. Here initially let us take our total cost to be 0. Okay, and guys, if you remember properly, we have to differentiate based on the electronic and the clothing items. If the electronic items cost is more than 100, then 10% discount. If the clothing item is above 100, then it is 5% discount. And after that, after calculating all these discounts, we have to add a 8% sales tax. Okay, that will be the total cost after that. So what we do, first let us take double electronic total cost is equal to, let me say 0. Okay, same thing we'll do it for the clothing total cost will also be equal to 0, and this t should be capital. Okay, initializing that to 0. Now I will simply use a for loop. I'll say item inside our items, if Now this program or this function will be handy. If the category is in electronics, then we will give that kind of discount. Okay, if I will say item dot get category is equal item category dot electronics, then you will update the electronic total cost. Electronic total cost plus equal to item dot get item total cost. Otherwise, else if item dot get category equal item category dot, this time it will be clothing. Okay, then what you do, you will update the clothing total cost plus equal to item dot get total cost. Okay, understood, right? If it is falling into the electronic category, then we'll update this cost. Otherwise, I will update the clothing cost. Correct? Because then only we will be able to give the discount. Otherwise, we cannot. Okay, so we are done with this till now. After that, what you do? Now we apply discounts for electronics and clothing. Okay, so I will just say if we have to check the condition, right? If this cost is greater than 100, then we will give a 10% discount. I will say total cost minus equal to total cost into 0.1. Okay, again, if it is falling under clothing total cost and it is greater than $50, then obviously I have to give a discount of 5% into, I can say, 0.5. Okay, so guys, mind you, it will not be 0.5, it will be 0.05, because 0.1 means actually it is 0.10, but we don't write it like that. And similarly for 5% it is 5 by 100, so it is 0.05. Okay, after that, then we have to apply the sales tax. Okay, so I will just say total cost plus equal to, because taxes will be added, right? Total cost into 8%, right? It will be 0.08. So we are done with this. And finally, what we do, because it is of double data type, we'll return our total cost here. Return total cost. So we are done with this now. Fine. Now here, let's write a comment again. Main class to test the online shopping cart system. Okay. So let's create our main method. And then let's create our items now first. Item, I will say item 1 is equal to new item, and here we need the name, so it will say laptop, comma, so description, I will just say high performance laptop. Okay, say the price is $800. Okay, after that, say the quantity is 1, and say the item category is electronics, obviously, right? Item category dot electronics. Okay, similarly, let's create two more items. Item 2 is equal to new item, say t-shirt. Okay, and let the S be capital. Description, I will just say cotton t-shirt, comma, let the price be $20, let the quantity be 3. I'm just taking random values, guys. Don't have to worry about that. You can take any value you want. This will be item category dot clothing. Okay, and let's create one more item. Item 3 is equal to new item. Say this is a book, comma, I'll just say description is bestseller book, and then let the price be $15. Then let the quantity be 2, and let the category be obviously books, this one. Okay, so we have created 3 items in our online shopping cart. Now let's create the shopping cart object. I will say cart is equal to new shopping cart, and then if you remember, we had our add item function. I'll just say cart dot add item, item 1. Similarly, let us add the other items. Item 3. Okay, we have added those items. Now let us call our cart dot display cart contents, and let's see if we are able to get the data for these 3 items or not. Run this. Yes guys, you can see here name laptop, description high performance laptop. We're getting the price $800 and the quantity is 1. Okay, similarly t-shirt, description is cotton t-shirt, price is $20 and quantity is 3. And book, description is bestseller book, price is $15, quantity is 2. And this is the total cost. Okay, and if you see here 800, 23 is 60, 15 2 is 30, so it is totally 890. Now let's see if we are able to calculate the discount and the other things or not. Okay, so I will call my function. Before that, let me take a variable called total amount to store it. Okay, I will call my cart dot calculate total cost with discount and tax. Okay, now I will just say s out total amount to be paid plus, let's call our total amount variable, and let's run this and check. Okay, so if you see here, we are not getting the total amount to be paid, so there is something wrong here. Let's go and check back the code. Okay, so total cost 0.1, 0.05, this is minus equal to, that's okay. So everything else is working fine. The total amount is not getting updated, right? Okay, this function we have to check. Calculate total cost with discount and tax. This is 0. Okay, guys, if you see carefully here, we have done a mistake here. Okay, whenever the electronic total cost is more than $100, we have to give an discount on that particular amount, right? What I'm doing is I am doing it for this particular invalid value, 0. Okay, so this is not getting updated. So this should be actually this value only. Okay, see here, this should be this value, and here it should be the clothing cost. Okay, so now it should work fine. Okay, let's see, because what we are doing is we're updating the total cost. We're saying minus equal to total cost into this, so the total cost was not getting updated. Okay, so if this is an electronic item, the discount should be given on the electronic item only, right? So now this should work. Let's see. Yeah guys, you can see here we are getting something, but that is not the exact correct thing. Okay, this part is correct, there is no problem at all. Okay, and one more thing we have not done here is, if you see here, we have first, we should be able to calculate the total cost, then only we have to subtract it from that, right? See, this is the updated value which will be subtracted from the total cost. Got it? So what you do, you also have to take the total cost here. Okay, because we are looping over the items, so we have to say our total cost is plus equal to item dot get total cost. Okay, now this is the updated cost, this will have the entire cost. After that we have to give the discounts here. And after that, we have to apply the sales tax. Now let's see. If I run this now, yeah, you can see here I'm getting 871.56. Okay, and if you want the dollar sign here, you can just say, give the dollar sign here. And let's run this now. Yeah, see here, you're getting the output now. Okay, so we had made a mistake there. Now this is absolutely correct. Okay, first update the total cost, then get the discount, and then add the sales tax. Okay, got it? So I hope this is clear. This is about the problem statement, guys. We have successfully created an online shopping cart replica. Okay, try to analyze the code, try to understand what is happening in the entire code, then only you start writing the code. Okay, don't just simply copy paste the code. I hope you've understood this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next problem statement in code quest number 5. Okay, thank you and bye bye.